Hello World of Railways viewers, today I'm giving you a free eye test. Yes, it's a white product on a white background. I know, not the easiest to see, but bear with me as I go through this new range which has just arrived from York Modelmaking. Now this manufacturer has gained a bit of a reputation for creating products that make the life of the modeler easier. And well, we all like that, don't we? It's the sort of things that are a bit of a faff to make from scratch, and the products that you see before you here are effectively roof lights, or it could be a signal box window. There are a whole host of different applications where I could see these fitting in nicely. Not so long ago we created a layout based on Runcorn Salt Union, and lo and behold, in one of the warehouses were, well, a set of windows very similar to this, and they were a bit of a faff to cut from plastic card. Cutting things like this from a sheet are always time consuming because there's lots of little cuts to make right. Sometimes you'll slip a little bit too far with a knife and you'll see a little tiny knife blade. You've got to take your time. So if patience and time are on your side, fantastic. If they're not, and you want an easier way to add things like this to your building, then check out the York Modelmaking website. They produce doors, they produce windows, they produce finials for little signal boxes, they produce canopy valances. All the sort of products that are a bit of a faff to cut out from hand, you can probably find on the York Modelmaking website. So, what have we got in front of us here? Well, these could be roof or north-light windows, roof canopies, signal box windows. It's really up to you where you decide to place them, but you will note that they come in different dimensions, and thanks to the ability to customize these via York Modelmaking, they can be made to bespoke sizes just for you as well. So everybody needs a different arrangement, and in designing this new collection of products, the manufacturer has created different configurations for the spacing of the glazing bars. So there's a ratio that they've used from the height of the window to the width of the window. So we've got quarter width to height, half width to height, and 2/3 width to height. The smallest depths are of 10mm and 12mm, cut on a fret with 5 pieces approximately 100mm along per pack. Now the rest of the range, you'll be able to find the full details of the range on its website. That would be the best way to find out the exact window configuration for your model. But you can see we've got different scales covered. I mean, this is even, I'd say this is actually quite large for O gauge. You could even go up to gauge 1 with some windows on these. So you've got O, N and O, even 32mm track gauge covered there. Of course, you know, narrow gauge projects as well. Whatever you can possibly use these on is completely up to your imagination. So they're all laser cut from plastic, and it's a special sort of plastic this that can be laser cut. You can't just use any old plastic, but it has the appearance and feel of styrene or plasticard, as it's commonly referred to, manufactured by Slaters in the early days and still is today. Other brands are available, must add that disclaimer, but it's a tough material and one that can be glued to itself with or other plastics with good quality solvents. So the choice is up to you how you insert these or what building you add them to, whether that's a card kit that you want to modify. For example, you want to add a bit more detail to the windows, which is the most often viewed aspect of a building, or windows and doors, that sort of thing. Or whether you want to adapt something that's a ready-to-plant building, or if you want to just create something from scratch, you want to create your own warehouse. There we go. Who knew I could talk so much about window frames? Anyway, there you go, York Modelmaking's window frame range. You'll find this and plenty other ranges on its website.